3, 2, 1. It's live! It's live! So it's coming up to about 11:30 right now. Hydroneer's been live for the last about 9 hours or so. Looks like we've got about 77% review score on Steam, which is really good. I was hoping for anything above 70, so 77 is great. I am so exhausted from the sale day. Everything was crazy. The community helpers have done a really good job today at answering a lot of people's questions, which has given me enough time to put out 2 patches today. The first one was an optimization patch, and the second one, which is just uploading right now, is a patch to change some of the key bindings and options that people were asking for. The next few days I'm just going to be patching things and working on a few tweaks that people have asked for. There have been a few things that have come up that didn't really come up before, which was strange, like an option for an inverted mouse. I think we had something like 1 request for that before, but now we've actually had quite a few, so I've just added that in today's patch. Also, I added the ability to rebind the WASD controls for the game. I don't know why, but for some reason Unreal gives you a really hard time whenever you change what's called axis mapping, and that's like when you use W to go forwards and S to go backwards. They're kind of mapped on the same keybind. So I basically just remade the entire movement system for using WASD, so it would work completely differently on the character and the vehicle. So I'm just going to wait for this upload to finish. I'm probably going to put out a few announcement posts, and then I'm probably going to go try and get some sleep because today's been a really long day. The patches I've been putting out is mainly just addressing some issues that have come up in the game, and I haven't really had too much time to actually change the way the game works. Something that I've been meaning to do actually is fix the Excavator. This has been a bit of an issue since the start of having the Excavator, is that it only really cuts just a small hole in the ground, and then the wheels get stuck and there's a lot of issues. The Excavator generally looks quite cool, and the functionality is really nice, but it is just a tiny bit hard to use, and a lot of players don't like using it just because the drum is just a bit too narrow. I think what needs to happen is the drum needs to be as wide as the wheels, so then it can dig downwards and you can actually dig down into the dirt instead. So that's what I'm going to be working on next. Now this is an Excavator. Look at the size of this thing, it's absolutely huge. And I think it looks really, really cool. So what it can do now is essentially dig a lot better pathways downwards. Now I want to be too careful, right? If the angle is too steep, then it will kind of get stuck inside the how low the truck is, because it's not too raised, but I can dig pretty well. This thing is so much better to use now. I think I need to upgrade the physics just a tiny bit to make the vehicle have a bit less clearance underneath of it, but I'm really, really happy with the results so far. It's been a few days since release and everything's been going really, really great. The review scores are up, which is really, really nice to see. I think also adding in these new patches has definitely helped with the reviews. A lot of people are saying the game is running a lot better now from the optimizations that I brought in the last couple of days, and that's really, really great to hear. I'm going to continue to do a few more patches this next week and make sure the game is really, really solid, and then I'll start moving on to the next game update. I'm really, really excited to bring these new updates to the game later on in a few months. It's going to be a couple months, but then the next update is going to be a really big one. It's going to be called the engineering update, which will change quite a bit of the progression through the game, as well as adding in loads of new features. If you've been enjoying Hydroneer, then please remember to leave a Steam review. That stuff really, really does help out. And of course, if you are a Patreon of mine, link below in the description, you can get these videos a couple of days early. So head over to that link. The minimum tier is $2, and I will be adding in some more rewards to that in the next few months. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I will see you all next week.